Wales will play Argentina in the quarter-finals of the Rugby World Cup after the Pumas beat Japan in a thriller in Nantes. Newcastle wing Mateo Carreras scored a hat-trick as Argentina beats Japan 39-27 in the winner-takes-all Pool D game. Argentina, who lost to England in their opener, have now won 3 games in a row heading into the knockout phase. And this is how Pool D finished. England through to the last 8 as pool winners. Argentina takes second place ahead of Japan. England, who ended the pool stage with a hard-fought 18-17 win over Samoa last night, will, unless there's a huge shock, play Fiji in the last 8. Fiji play a winless Portugal in the final game of Pool C later on this evening.
We knew this was going to be a tough game. We knew how passionate Samoa are going to be and what sort of game they're going to bring, and fair play to them. They came out the blocks really hard. We started well, but they stuck with us and got ahead in the end, and we had to really dig deep there, and massive credit goes to the boys, massive credit goes to the leaders out there at the time who steered us through that one, and it was a good win in the end, and it's something that obviously it's nice to build a winning habit, but we know we've got to improve, and we know we've got to improve quickly going into next week's quarter-final.
I mean, it's looked for a while now like you would play Fiji, not 100% confirmed yet, but I mean, do you think in that sense Samoa provides a kind of a good run ahead of a game against Fiji?
Yeah, 100% on the back of a week off, to come up against a team who are extremely passionate, a team that can light up from any part of the field. I guess it's very good preparation going into Fiji. If it is Fiji, obviously we don't know yet. We'll wait till the weekend finishes, and then we'll plan Monday for the game next weekend. But if it is Fiji, this was a perfect dress rehearsal for that.
What do you think you learn from this? What do you think you take from this with Fiji now likely a week away?
Yeah, like I said, there's lots of things within that middle half of the game that we can sharpen up on, and this is the week to learn those lessons. But the positives, even though I haven't got a smile on my face, I'm not frowning either, because we found a way to win. I don't think this team finds a way to win 4 games ago like we didn't against Fiji last time.
So you feel that there is progress you're building? You definitely feel that. Do you feel it's a different England side now to what it was at the start of the tournament then?
Well, we're the same team, but we're getting a little bit better each week. And like I said, I don't actually think that game felt very similar to the Fiji game in terms of we lost control of the game at times. And that's partly on us, but partly also to how brilliant Fiji were that day and how brilliant Samoa were today. The difference being we found a way to win on a day where we weren't quite at our very best, and that happens.
Obviously it was tight for pretty much the whole game. We know there's things for us to work on, but we're delighted to get the result.
What is it you think? I mean, you say there's things to work on. Are you able to give us a bit more detail about what you think the focus will be now heading into a quarter-final?
I think we'll probably, to start of the game, middle of the game, a couple % off. And when you're a couple % off, it makes things difficult, whether that's in your defence, whether that's in your attack, whether that's in your kick chase. And I think for us the challenge is to make sure that we're fully switched on. We'll be proactive rather than reactive to certain situations, and but we'll take the positives within that. It was a tight game. We were losing for probably the majority of the game, and we found a way to get on the other side of the result.
Well, Fiji are currently 3rd behind Australia in Pool C, but if they take a single point against Portugal later, Portugal have been beaten heavily in all 3 games so far, then that will be enough for Fiji to advance, knocking out Australia and setting up a quarter-final against England next weekend. And let's take a quick look at how the quarter-finals are shaping up. Wales, as we've already told you, they play Argentina. Ireland will take on New Zealand. And then on Saturday, England play, we expect, Fiji, before the host France round things off against South Africa. And so just to round things off from the Rugby World Cup pool stage as well, Tonga and Romania have both lost all of their matches. This is their final pool match, and it looks like it'll be Tonga going home with the points from that one. Neither side can advance, but I guess they'll be happy for their people back home because they will have picked up a Rugby World Cup victory. 45-24, they're leading Romania.